This Ghatastapna, it will be exactly 18 years that my father left for his heavenly abode. He had gone for a 2 day official trip with a promise to return back on Ghatastapna, which is the first day of Vijaya Dasami, one of the biggest Hindu festivals celebrated in our country. But he never returned back. We could not even find his mortal remains in that ill fated air crash where no one survived. He was a PhD in forestry, was the Secretary General in the Department of Forest and Soil Conservation, and a very intellectual person. I remember very clearly that my in laws asked me to return to my husband's house for preparation of Dasai after the 5th day, as daughters should not mourn the death of her parents more than that. They even said that I have to participate in the Dasai Puja at home and other places along with them. I was taken aback at that moment. I literally froze. Vijaya Dasami, or the start of Tika day, was just the 10th day of my dad's passing, and we had not even done the 13th day ritual. All my other siblings had flown down from the periphery and abroad just to be with the family, and here I was forced to pretend as if nothing happened. I remember that when my father was alive, he always used to heap praises on them, but as soon as he is not there, the whole equation changed. I was not even allowed to remember him or even talk about him in their presence. So my question is, how can someone stop thinking about his or her dead parents? Is this really possible? What would they say to their own son if it had been the other way around? I find this thought very weird, unacceptable, and terrifying. I don't think it is possible to ever experience a world in which our parents are completely absent. To start with the obvious reasons, our parents are part of us, biologically and physiologically. They gave us birth, fostered our needs, given the best education possible, developed the strength to face the world and whatnot. We are who we are because of who they are or were. There are always going to be moments when we'll look in the mirror and recognize their smile in the way we smile. Perhaps we have a temper like them. Perhaps we are good with children just as they were. Our confidence or insecurities or our particular fears and the way we love are influenced by them. I was raised in a large joint family where I was taught from a very early age that family is supposed to be there for each other. My father was the third youngest amongst his total of 7 siblings. He respected his elders and loved the younger siblings. He made it sure that not just his own children, even his nephews and nieces, are given the best education possible. He always used to say, family comes first. And here my in-laws made me feel as a complete outsider. They didn't care about what happened. I received no words of sympathy or compassion. I wasn't even allowed to mourn. That time I was a new daughter-in-law and remained quiet, but I could never forget the emotions I went through at that time. What I couldn't understand was, why can't a married daughter consider her parents' family after marriage? And quite often family members respond differently to the same death. Every single individual is different, so it should almost be expected that people grieving the same loss be at a different place in their grief at different times. Although people would have you believe there is a timeline associated with grief, there really isn't. Grief knows no boundaries or limitations, and there is no timeline associated with grief. My father's passing was so sudden to process, but I believe that even for someone who has died from cancer or prolonged illnesses, preparations mean nothing when the reality hits. It's like losing a chunk of yourself, like having this gap in your chest that can't be filled. Most parents leave a legacy for their children. It does not always have to be materialistic, and if we have children, we will be present in them in the same way. This is how the reproduction of life works. Human life is a small part of our journeys. Everyone must go. I hope I am able to live a tiny fraction of the life my father lived. Nothing will be the same after the death of parents. Relationships, friendships also change. In a month, everything changes. Life shatters. Home, dreams, everything. We will have to live again, and nothing will be the same after that, and the void will remain throughout. Was I a good child? Did I do enough? We all have to live with these questions forever. Dearest Daddy, I miss you so much. I hope you are proud of me. I'm trying hard to live without you every day, following your principles and values, trying to always place the family first. Some days I fail, some days I succeed, but not a day goes without crying for you. You taught me to turn pain into power. I'm trying to do that. I know you understand me when no one does. Every time I think of you, my heart is filled with pride, and although I'll always miss you, Daddy, I know you are in a better place. See you on the other side. Miss you every moment. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. Miss you.